The 2026 Cadillac Celestiq. Why this is one of the worst cars GM has ever created? Let's get into it. In 2024, Cadillac unveiled their new EV, which was a super hyper luxury realistic Cadillac Celestiq, which quite frankly looks like a station wagon to me. Like it looks terrible. Like I have watched this grand reveal and this grand opening, and I personally hated how the car looked. My first impressions of it was like, wow, this looks like a station wagon. Yeah. So getting into it, this car was supposed to be made back in 2020. That's when the concept of this vehicle was created. And the initial price point of this car was starting at a whopping $340,000. That is absolutely insane. And not to make it even more insane, but after this car officially launched in 2024, getting their first customer in the middle of 2024, they hiked the price up again to $400,000. That makes this car one of the most expensive vehicles that GM has ever created in its entire life. This car is supposed to rival the Rolls-Royce Cullinan and the Lucid Sapphire. This car is absolutely ridiculous, and I don't know why Cadillac would make a vehicle like this that is so out of the realm of even a price point or a possibility for any of its consumers. Cadillac has never in its life made a single vehicle like this. And for them to start now and try to enter this realm of super hyper luxury, and they want us to compare this type of vehicle to the likes of a Rolls Royce is absolutely ridiculous. I don't see how anybody would ever want to make a vehicle like this and not just go and get a Rolls Royce or a Bentley Bentayga or any of the other super hyper luxury vehicles. Aston Martin just unveiled a luxury vehicle like a year ago, and it is doing numbers. It is selling out, and it is doing phenomenal on the road. To go from a person that wants to buy a super hyper luxury vehicle like a Rolls Royce and then try to get that same type of person to want to spend $400,000 on a vehicle like a Cadillac, especially a Cadillac that doesn't even have the same luxury features as a Rolls Royce, is just astounding to me. I think that they need to reevaluate what they want to do, especially making this vehicle, this particular vehicle, the most expensive vehicle that General Motors as a whole, not even Cadillac, but General Motors as a whole has ever made, ever created in their entire life, is just absolutely astounding to me, you guys. I think that they really need to work on what they want and what they want from their consumers and the type of consumers that they have. Their niche, in my opinion, their bread and butter is the SUV market. So cars, obviously, like the Cadillac Escalade, is a fan favorite of theirs, and also their XT5 or their CT5. Those cars are super beautiful and luxurious cars that I personally think can even rival Mercedes-Benz and BMW. But to sit up here and make these types of cars that they want even their consumer base to be out of reach of is, I think, a huge, huge disappointment to the Cadillac community and General Motors as a whole, because this car, this specific vehicle right here, is not going to hold up. I'm telling you that now. Give it like 2 to 3 more years and they will be removing this car off the shelves. And not to mention, the depreciation value for Cadillacs already is a terrible feat. So the depreciation value for this Cadillac Celestiq already is going to be astounding. It's going to go from being a $400,000 car to dropping to like less than $100,000. I'm so serious. In the next couple of years, you will see this car be on car lots like CarMax and Carvana being sold for like $60,000 because of how depreciating it is to even drive a Cadillac, let alone a Cadillac like this that nobody even wants to begin with. Cadillac needs to rearrange itself. It needs to figure out how to get itself together, and it needs to work on becoming a brand that people love again, a brand that average people can find prestige in, because that is where they get their bread and butter from. They need to focus on the Cadillac Escalades, the Cadillac XT5s, because those are the cars that people want to buy. Those are the cars that people want to have on the road. This Cadillac Celestiq is nothing but a money pit. It is a terrible decision for Cadillac as a brand to make. It is a terrible decision for General Motors to put out. And it is a terrible business decision for the average consumer. Why spend $400,000 on a Cadillac vehicle when you can easily go out and buy a Rolls-Royce Cullinan for the same price? Like, seriously, why spend that much money on a Cadillac when you can go out and buy an Aston Martin for a similar price point? It's just, it's not what it used to be, you guys. And I think that this is one of the worst decisions that Cadillac has ever come out with. If you agree with me, if you like what I had to say today, please subscribe and follow for more. I will be coming out with new automotive vehicle videos every Sunday. So please like, please subscribe, and please follow me for more. We're going to get into it, you guys. I have so much to say about this car and many, many other cars. So we'll get into it later. Bye, guys.